Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Hall, and this is your new moon reading with spiritual guidance for October 27th through November 11th, 2019. This new moon in Scorpio has a very potent energy and will be giving us a clear, renewed glimpse into the self. The new moon is a perfect time for new beginnings. And this new moon is particularly powerful for changing anything in your life that no longer serves you. This new moon has a strong influence coming in from the planet Uranus, which is a planet that represents revolutionary thinking and big changes. Sometimes Uranic energy can express very creatively, and sometimes it can be destructive. But both energies are necessary components to the cycles of life on Earth and can be channeled towards our highest good and growth. With this energy, around the days of the new moon, it's likely that many of us may be feeling a bit restless, impulsive, or erratic in moods and behaviors. In order to navigate through this energy, we'll need to be especially patient, thoughtful, and flexible in our plans and interactions with others. But know that this Uranic energy actually has something a lot deeper to offer us than just that impulsive, rebellious edge. If you channel those anxious, edgy, erratic feelings into deeper self-reflection, in other words, if you ask your heart where feelings like that might be coming from in your life, you'll find that you're being guided to pioneer a whole new approach to your lifestyle, values, and perspective. You see, rebellious, anxious energy never appears without a reason. It arises when there is an aspect of life that is out of alignment with our highest good. So our instincts and intuition then speak up loud and clear, working to guide us towards a better understanding of what would truly best support our highest good. Think about your goals, dreams, and greatest values in life. In order to achieve these things, you need to have a lifestyle, a belief system, and thought patterning that supports them. This is a great time to evaluate your lifestyle, deeper beliefs, and the values that you actively support and prioritize with your actions and your focus. Are you in alignment with your goals and dreams? Are you living in such a way so as to manifest those things that you hold dear? If not, your heart will tell you, and you can begin to think innovatively about liberating yourself from limiting influences and ascending into higher vibrational alignment with your truth and purpose. Now, another powerful theme of this moon cycle is the spiritual lesson of atonement. One of the most important practices of any spiritual path is forgiveness, and forgiveness and atonement go hand in hand. From the angel's perspective, to forgive is to open one's heart to the cleansing power of heaven and eradicate fear-based blockages and illusions from our lives. To atone is essentially then to heal. The word atonement says it all, to be in a state of at-one-ment. Healing is to return to oneness with our origin in divine love, where all is whole and in a state of perfection. This moon cycle is giving us the opportunity to experience the healing miracles of forgiveness and atonement. Perhaps when you go to evaluate whether or not there might be something out of alignment in your life, you'll find that your heart is asking you to forgive someone or something. So practice forgiveness through prayer and meditation devoted to this forgiving intention. And you'll find that all of your life begins to shift in the direction of oneness with love and deep, revelatory healing. The angels wish to remind you that one of the most important relationships where forgiveness is needed lies in our relationships with ourselves. So practice forgiveness and atonement with yourself during this moon cycle. In doing so, you reverse the effects of fear, suffering, or past misunderstandings, and open your life to the miracles that love always offers us when we choose to be its instruments. Probably goes without saying then that relationships are going to offer us a big area for change and growth throughout this moon cycle. Yes, this Uranic energy has the potential to deliver some unpredictable, potentially destructive, or intense occurrences, but this is challenging us to become more flexible and willing to adapt to changes. This energy calls for higher understanding, increased patience, and careful, intentional communication with others, which are great strengthening things to practice. Also, according to the angels, if you are faced with challenging energy in your relationships, rather than perhaps avoiding your loved one or going separate ways when the going gets tough, it's far better for you to come together during this moon cycle. Be there for one another, even if it's hard. Talk through the misunderstandings. Support each other's emotional needs and big discoveries. Navigate the healthiest path forward together. The more we work to elevate our understanding beyond selfishness or egotism and focus on being in service to love, the greater the healing and strengthening will be in relationships and in all areas of life. Now, since communication is so important for our relationships right now, it's also worth mentioning that the Mercury Retrograde is going to begin during this moon cycle on October 31st, and it will be ending on November 20th. But don't worry, Mercury Retrograde is not always a bad thing. In fact, this Mercury Retrograde is going to make a beautiful contribution to the relationship lessons of this moon cycle. This Mercury Retrograde will have a very friendly, sociable influence because it's receiving a lot of energy from Venus, the planet of love, pleasure, and connection. So, if there are communication mishaps that occur this retrograde season, know that you can solve them easily with harmonious cooperation and compassionate thinking. Venus is also going to be entering into adventurous, freedom-seeking, philosophical Sagittarius on November 1st. So you may find yourself attracting adventures that aid in self-discovery and in understanding the others in your relationships. And perhaps even you'll find yourself thinking in terms of big spiritual, philosophical ideas to help guide your way forward through all of the lessons. So in sum, this moon cycle is full of intensity, change, and life. But even if it becomes challenging, know that these are gifts. There will be gifts, blessings, and positive changes that you can create through all of these lessons on this journey. So let's pull a few cards, shall we? Today, I felt drawn to working with the Fairies Oracle by Brian Froud and Jessica Macbeth because with Halloween coming, the veil between the physical and spiritual world is thinner. Nature is alive with beautiful, shifting spiritual energies, and we can feel our connection with the elemental spirits, as well as with loved ones in heaven more easily. So, our first card is Luathus the Wild. Luathus the Wild. There's that Uranic energy coming in again. So in this oracle card deck, we have lots of fairy characters, and Luathus the Wild is a character who represents fiery, impulsive, spontaneous energy, essentially that Uranus energy. Fire is an energy that is both creative and potentially destructive. Wielding it takes knowledge on how to balance this powerful energy by holding the proper container for it and knowing how to feed it. So as this moon cycle begins, ask yourself, what side of fire's power do you want and need to invoke in your life? Do you need warmth and light? Or do you need the clearing power of fire's destruction? Powerful creative energies are moving through your life now. If destructive, cleansing energy does move through your life, it's here so that you can rise up like a phoenix, liberated from the past and renewed with greater strength and higher perspective. If gentler, creative, warming energies move through your life, beautiful. This energy will guide you very steadily towards a lifestyle that will help you sustain your values and manifest your dreams more powerfully, getting more clear. Either way, Luathis the Wild represents that change is on the horizon and exciting creativity is coming with it. And if you listen to your wild side, your wild instincts, passions, or intuitions, you'll be steered towards something meaningful. Our next card is the Singer of Initiation. The Singer of Initiation. This card brings an amazingly synchronistic progression to the overall message that we've been receiving today. The Singer of Initiation represents a passage from one stage of life into another. So far, we're right on theme with the idea that this moon cycle is bringing us change. For many of us, the big, passionate, stirring discoveries we make around the new moon will be inspiring us to powerfully shift away from the old and into something new. When we have one foot in our old life and one foot in the new, we're often given a very unique perspective, one that almost seems to test us. Do we really want the changes that we're headed for? You'll get the chance to find out because you'll start to taste those changes while still having your old life and comfort zone well in focus. You'll start to experience what it really takes mentally, emotionally, and physically to undergo those changes too. Are you ready? This is your test. Transition is an initiation into a new life because the challenges of transition change us as human beings. And the angels would like to add that you are ready for this. You are ready to take a leap of faith. Take action to manifest your dreams and liberate yourself from the past. Embrace breakthrough thinking. Heed the call to action and get ready to sow the seeds of success. Our final card is the Bright Mother. The Bright Mother. The Bright Mother is a card that brings us a beacon in the dark, a light at the end of the tunnel, promising comfort, nurturing, sheltering, and peace in the results of this journey of change that we're on. The Bright Mother is also a card all about creativity. So our theme of creative change is staying really strong with these cards. When expressed by the Bright Mother archetype, creativity becomes a reflection of the miracle of life. It represents merging with the creative forces of nature and channeling them through you in perfect divine harmony, perfect divine timing. So treat yourself with kindness, nurturing, sensitivity, and patience during the changes to come. Remember that unconditional love surrounds you always, and that when you join up with that divine love, your devotion to your life and purpose becomes so complete and so inspired. You're getting ready to make big leaps forward in your spiritual healing and life purpose this moon cycle. Remember that you are magical, creative, and a powerful being who is one with the forces of both heaven and earth. Remember that everything is occurring in perfect harmony. Do remain grounded in love and know that you are on the right track. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and for tuning in today. Do keep in touch with me on the social media links that you will find in the description below, and visit my website sarahhall.com to sign up for a personal reading or healing with me. Do check out the courses page on my website where I'm offering a brand new angelically channeled course on healing your inner child. I can't wait to see what you think of it and hear about the healing shifts that you'll experience with the angels. I know I found it so exciting to channel this healing information, and I can't wait for you to enjoy it. Know until next time that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye!